Hi there, my name is Martina, and this that you're looking at right now is the last of one of my masks that I'm actually hand making. I hand make these masks from scratch. As you can notice, some of them are smaller and other. The reason why this one is a little bit bigger is because this one is for a pregnant lady, and I don't want it too tight on her face. I want it to be able to fit her snug, for her to be able to breathe. And you know, I cut these with my hands. I didn't use a template. I went on YouTube and found this Chinese lady who was making all these handmade mask out of, she was making them out of old shirts. Let's just say I thought the material could have been nicer, so what I did is I went to Walmart and I got me some cotton material. As you can see, the theme is London. There's the guard, there's Big Ben, and this is Birmingham Palace, and it says "From London with Love." You know, it's quite catchy. That's why I actually picked it up. And I'm just putting the finishing touches on this mask that I'm doing 100% by hand. The reason I'm doing it by hand is because I was desperate. I couldn't get any face mask. I needed to protect myself and my family, and I had to find a way to make these masks if I was not able to purchase them. You know, with all the horrid stories of people reusing used masks, disinfecting them and selling them online, that didn't sit well with me. So I decided to go out there, get my material. I washed the cotton, I pressed it, wash, pressed, sanitize, and you know, I did all of this because I want to make sure what I'm putting over my face is clean. I don't know how many people before me have touched the material. I don't know how many people, you know, it passed through before it got to the store. When I'm finished with all my masks, I do Lysol them down with the Lysol sanitizer spray, which is this. Believe it or not, I do have a lot of this left because I'm a germophobia, so I always have my Lysol with me. And that's about that. See, all of them are sanitized down. These are the barrettes I use for the earpiece. I just figure more or less, instead of cutting elastic band and doing that whole roll, I like the barrettes because they bring a little color to the mask. They bring a little spunk. Everywhere I go in my mask, people are asking me, where did you get your mask? Where did you buy it? When I say, you know, I sit there and I hand make all these masks to make sure the safety of me and my family, because I couldn't trust if I should go out there and actually get a mask online. And they're like, how did you make it? I'm like, I looked on YouTube and I made all of it. And they're like, can you make me some? So I have been making for friends and family. They're not perfect, they're not 100%. As I say, this is my first sewing project, so I'm not a big sewer. I didn't know what I was doing for the first 3 tries. I started over, I went through them one by one. I messed up, I redid it. This was my first mask that I made. I don't know if you can see how huge it is. It was big. It was so big that I had to tack it to get it back into place. And I realized that, look, it's so huge compared to these. Let me do a side by side. It's so huge. It would cover up to my eyeballs here and way below my chin down here. So I actually cut this in two to make these out of, which are much smaller, cuter, and prettier, and they cover just as well. And as for this one, for the young lady who's about to have the baby, I just did like a 3/4 weight off of it, and that's how I came up with this size. Also for men, this is the size I give them. For women and children, this is the half size I give them. Measurements, I do not know. I just didn't have a tape measure. I didn't have a ruler. All I had was instructions, and I went with what the lady was saying on YouTube, and I tried to cut as I could, you know, as good as I could. But as I told you, it's a try and error. I made a lot of mistakes. What I'm doing to this mask is I'm dissecting this mask, and the reason why I'm going to be dissecting this is because it's too big, and I want to turn it into a mask for a male friend of mine who works at Walmart, who is concerned about his health. And he's been good to me. You know, he gave me eggs during the epidemic. There were no eggs on the shelf, and he went in the back. He got sausages for me and eggs. You know, he just looks out for me. So I felt I had to come home and make a mask for him, because I believe 100% when you do good, a lot of good will follow you. So that'll be all for today. I'm going to just finish dissecting this mask next time when we speak. I bought this at Walmart. It's like a embroidery kit. It's you know, you have to do all these stitches. I don't know if I can do them, but hopefully you'll sit with me and we can do them together. So I'll talk to you next time. Stay safe and be good. Coming from Martina. Bye.